Okay, everybody. I thought I might as well video this because I'm going to end up saying how I did it, and I guess I'm just hopeful that it's actually going to work. Yes, I have my Do Not Make Me Use My Nurse Voice mug. You have to have certain things that just make you happy. And one of them is this book in the new size that Pocket Full of Vintage has been espousing on her YouTube. I had this old, it's a Buteo Bunker trifold, which was a really pretty notebook. I mean, I had no complaints about it. The trifold didn't work for me. It was a regular size traveler's notebook, but in a trifold. So I cut it down and restrung it with his elastics, and I put some rainbow ones back here because that's just me, but truly, it really wasn't that big of a deal, and the size is so much more awesome. I mean, it feels like a book, like a library book or just a book, a reading book, and I can put so much more crap in here and not feel like I'm lugging around a giant brick. It's really just cutting an inch off the top, but it's really, I like it a lot better. So I've made some cool inserts that I like. I'll put links below for stuff that I got from other people. These are some ones I got from Etsy, and this stuff that I had for my full-size traveler's notebook and sometimes for my field notes. This was for field notes. They're really not hard to get to fit on this new size. I haven't really messed around with how the proportions relate, and sometimes not so much, but it works. This was my monthly insert, and I just chopped off the top and bottom because I don't really use it that much, and I didn't want to use a whole bunch of paper to shrink it down and print it again and renumber it. So I'll tell the Americans here what I ended up doing. I bought a ream of 26-pound bright white Mohawk paper because that's my favorite ever. Just in letter size, but if you're in Europe or elsewhere, you could buy whatever you want, I guess. But I had the paper cut down to 8.5 by 7 inches to make all my inserts. I think it's easier to cut the paper and then print on it rather than the other way around. But because letter size is 8.5 by 11, they just have to make one cut. I paid like $1 at Kinko's and got a whole entire ream cut down. And then you just have to fold it in half and trim these edges off because, you know, they always make the little overlap there. So that's what I did because I'm kind of lazy and I don't like to put in a whole lot of effort. I mean, I do, but not on stuff like that. I just want to be able to put a stack of stuff in my printer and print it, and then I can slam it in my notebook. The leather, it looks like I followed exactly what she said on her video. But, oh, I've made a note here, a helpful note, which I will also mention because I did cut down some notebooks that I already had so that they could go in here. Some Bandit Apple notebooks, I think, or maybe some Moleskines, I'm not sure. They were sewn booklets, and when I trimmed them, the stitching on the outside started to ravel, so I've made a note here that if you put 1 drop of super glue on the cut stitch and smooth it down, your notebooks won't fall apart, which seems obvious, but I miss a lot of obvious things, so there you go. I'll just go through the notebook really quick. I have my laminated monthly square on the front because I'm forever going, I don't know what day it is. I either am not working or usually work nights, so I like to be able to grab it and look at it. Inside the front pocket, I've just got a little Avery business card holder with a half round punch at the top that I keep my current favorite picture of a moment in. And then I have a Mochi Things corner pocket, round corner pocket that I just have some stickers, sticky notes, and washi tape squares. This first insert is the new one that I just showed you, my weekly one. And I went through and just stamped with one of the self-inking stamps each date, which didn't really take that long, and I kind of like the way it looks. So, but this one only goes through July, so I guess if I still like it in July when it's time to make the next one, I'll do it again. This is a folder that I made out of craft paper and just kind of threw it together, but I ended up liking it a lot. So I have two business card or picture holders right here. I just got mad at the person that was in here, and so I took them out. So they're probably suffering right now. This is some just clear plastic that I got from I don't know, I think it was a package that Sheets came in or something like that. But I just totally hacked this together. As you can see, I had a page of craft cardstock and totally folded it in half and like rounded the corners and stuck duct tape and plastic in it. In fact, it was even tall for my regular size, and I just cut that off because it still works. And I totally I had to put some tape here so I could see where the plastic ends, but I like having clear folders so that I can see what's in there without constantly emptying out my folders all the time. I have more of these these are actually, they're for the Instax or I don't know what those pastel cameras are that you can get at Michael's. These are stickers that are supposed to hold those pictures, but they're super cheap. I got them at mochithings.com as well. And I kind of put them everywhere in case I feel like putting pictures in there, because I have one of those little pogo printer. It's not a pogo printer. I just had a mind blank. It doesn't matter. It prints these. I like it. I use it a lot. This is my monthly insert. It started out when it was a full-size Moleskine to be my collections notebook when I was really by the book bullet journaling. And I'm not really, but I still need something like that. So I just keep it around to scribble random stuff in. And this is a piece of cardstock with business or baseball card holders glued over it. Apparently, I think you can never have too many clear pockets, but I do. So there's a tag in here, which is actually pretty awesome because I can flip from the outside right to my index. So unintentional solution there. I've got, this is where I had my measurements for the inserts. And I made this meaning to laminate it, and I haven't yet, but I should because it's a really good idea. It's it's supposed to be a bookmark that has a slit here that ollie clip. Whoa, my phone took a dive. It's suicidal. Oh, for heaven's sake. Okay. My craft table, formerly known as the kitchen table, is a total mess. Okay, so, gosh, I cannot remember who had this on her channel, but I will find it and link it. She made these bookmarks and laminated them to where you can put an ollie clip through them and then stick them to the top of your page, and then just... She says that if you laminate them and use Sharpie, you can write across the top and then use nail polish remover to change the labels. But my Sharpie just smears. So I don't know if I have defective Sharpies or whether my laminate is not the same as everyone else's in the world, but that didn't work for me. Anyway, my idea was to do that with these big pages that I had been using as bookmarks. It's just like... I don't think it's scrapbook paper. It's pretty thick cardstock. But I just, you know, cut it to the size of the page with a tab at the top and used a label maker because I like to label my life. And my idea was I would cut a slit in here and use the ollie clip, but as it turns out, it kind of just stays in there. So since it's working without any intervention on my part, I've totally just left it. The next one is my index book, and I got this printout from My Life All in One Place by Ray Blake, and just I think I enlarged the field note size. Maybe I shrunk the regular size, but either way, this is pretty cool. It's just, it highlights the letter down the side, and I'm planning to use it for contacts that I just recently was without my phone and didn't know anybody's phone number, so I'm going to put some frequently used contacts and some other information in there that I'm just constantly having to look up, like my library card number, license numbers, stuff like that. The last book is blank. I can't bring myself to take it out because I'm afraid I'll fill it up with something else, and yeah. So this is just it says, "My cup runneth over," that I fussy cut. Do you know there's a word for that, fussy cut, when you like go around with an X-Acto knife and trim stuff really carefully? But this is going to be my new journal. This is becoming a way longer video than I thought. But this is my current journal, which does not fit in here because it went in my full-size traveler's notebook. See, there's really only an inch difference. I just can't believe what a difference that inch makes. But I'll flip through it just a little bit because I really love this. This is a Midori brand insert, and it's the one where you get 128 pages instead of the regular. It's like, it's supposed to be just for writing more, but I'm just in love with the paper because I have abused this thing and stuck so much stuff in it. This paper is like, is magical. So on the front, I even like the front. I totally ripped this off from somebody. It says, "If you read someone else's diary, you get what you deserve." I just totally took it and glued it on there. So if it's yours, I love your creativity. This is a die cut, and I just, you know, this is my journal for when I find stuff that I like. I stick it to it or in it or around it. So I really, this is central to my life. So it's central to the back of my book. And this is cool. It's like I think it's the chemical formula for serotonin. Yeah. Totally ripped it off. I just save stuff to the camera roll on my phone, and then when I get back to my printer, I print it out on a bunch of scrap paper, and then just cut it out and glue it to stuff, which is possibly a low-tech and unartistic thing to do, but I don't care. This video looks kind of crooked, but I guess you'll have to deal with that. So, yeah, I just started putting stuff in there that I liked. It was going to be a commonplace book. You can Google that if you don't know what it is. And maybe it is. I don't know. Mostly I like the way it sounded. This is a pocket that I got in Happy Mail, and I print out stuff ahead of time. The covers of books that I'm about to read, because I read a lot and I like to keep track of what I read, and it helps me to just kind of flip through and see the covers. Or I guess it's not helpful, but I like it. This is the journal that I physically received in the mail when I was at my father's home while he was dying. So I've got lots of tip-ins that have, you know, just memorabilia from him in that week. This is a particularly inspiring quote. And I know that I will always treasure this. I copied a poem from Dylan Thomas, "Do not go gentle into that good night." And I just you know, I documented that week. Even the parts that didn't have anything to do. If I found a quote, I just spent some time on it to doodle it because I was at a sick bedside. And I tipped in. And then when he died, I made this page for him that just... This page has meaning for me and probably nobody else in the world, but for the rest of my life, I can look at this page and have 1,000 memories. And this is pretty, again, this is supposed to be that skinny paper, and it is. It's super thin, but we've got pretty heavy stuff glued here, taped, collaged, multiple levels of die cuts. This is like the stain, Tim Holtz stain. And here, I actually spilled watercolor in here, but it didn't bleed through, so good to know. This is the spread that I made on the day of his funeral. And I made this page. This is a stamp that I colored in with some other watercolors and stuff, and somehow the colors just bled down here, and I loved it. I didn't really want to do anything else to mess it up. And so he had like those cards that you get at funerals, and I cut out the top, and then it's kind of an embossed flower, and put that on there. So it was more imaginative than just sticking the card in there, which I undid by putting the inside in here on a tip in. But I mean, this stuff, it holds up. It totally does. So yeah, I'm not gonna go through every page of this with you, but I've got quotes, pictures, my dad's driver's license. This is a typical spread for me. I've got a quote here, a doodle that goes with a story, a quote, a little bit of journaling, some stuff about this book, which I really loved, and then another quote down here. So this is what this book is for the rest of the time. And I just whack stuff in here, the most random stuff. Like, oh gosh, let's draw an acorn squash. Okay, whatever. And I can't believe this book holds up to so much. I've got like a whole page full of random stuff, 2 tip-ins here, a watercolored page with other stuff, again, glued and added to it. And then on the other side, I've got tip-ins and all kinds of other stuff. And my point is that I just really love this paper. So, I've even got picture stuff in here, and it tolerates that. So, point being, I want to finish this book up before I move into this other one that's in there, but I don't want to lose my place. That was the most like long and boring aside that you've probably ever seen. And it's been like 20 minutes when really all I wanted to show you was my idea for a dashboard. So I'll do that and then stop the video if you're still with me. I'll try to remember to mark this time in the bottom, so if you don't care about that other stuff, you can just go to this. I discovered, for those of you that are in the Midwestern United States and can get to Walmart, that they sell these they're 4x6 photo keepers, and they're $1. You can get a ton of these things. And I'm sure that like similar places, Target or the dollar store or wherever you people on the coasts go, I don't know. But they are awesome because they give you you can just take out this, and you have a ready-made heavy pocket there and some chevron cardstock. I kept this one all together because I store stickers in it. I mean, this cost $1, which is way better than all the expensive systems I was thinking about before. And I have all of my stickers in here, or at least samples of them. There are some that I have like 100 of the same sticker. I don't need to carry that around, so that stays in my drawer. But I bought 2 of them because I overestimated how many stickers I had, I guess. I didn't think that was possible. And also you can just fit a lot in here. So I vandalized one. If you cut out the individual leaves, you can take out this white stuff in the middle, and then you've got a bunch of slip covers to use. Again, for the whole thing was $1. I feel like it's a treasure trove. So I vandalized another one that I bought. I cut off the cover, took out the cardstock, because I want to make a dashboard. I'm not going to use it as a dashboard. I just kind of use that as the first thing that's in my notebook when I open it. So this, it was sealed up here. And I don't really like side loading stuff, and this is going to get taped off anyway. So I just cut it off, and I used my 1.5-inch stamp to cut a little tab. Because otherwise I'd be sitting there going, I can't get this open. I'm a klutz. So the idea is, this is going to be the first thing I see, and I'm probably going to, this was my dashboard before. It has a thing that says don't panic, which is advice that I need, like, probably as often as I open my notebook, so that works out. And I'm also going to probably stick some sticky notes and stuff in there. Oh, I forgot to show you guys something awesome. Post-it makes Post-it pockets. This one's on its side because of this, but they're like pockets that you can stick. I have sticky notes in mine, obviously, and then close back up. In my bigger journal, I have a slightly bigger pocket that I keep, well, bigger stuff in. Anyway, these are totally awesome. Office Depot has the bigger size, but I had to order the smaller ones from Amazon, but I think they were Prime and they came pretty quickly. And I can't really figure out what to do with the other one yet, so it's being saved. I'm just all over the place. So, I have the front of my dashboard ready with my cut and everything. I want it to be like this. And then this is a pocket that I've used so much that it's got multiple layers of packing tape on the side that I just don't cut off because it still opens. It's one of those clear pockets that comes with a personal Filofax. So somehow I ended up with like 4. I'm not sure how that happened, but they're the perfect size for this. I mean, they fit exactly, and I like having them for receipts, and they're pretty sturdy. So my idea is I'm going to have this dashboard from my photo/sticker holder in the front, and then this other Filofax sleeve in the back. So this is going to go around all 4 of my elastics, no problem. So here's what I'm going to do. I won't make you guys watch. I've got my packing tape here. Packing tape is awesome. I'm going to tear off a strip and lay it face up, and it's super wide. It's about, by the time that I put the stuff on either side of it, it'll be about perfect. So I'm going to lay the strip down sticky side up, and then I'm going to use the lines on my little board here so my insert doesn't end up like this. So I'm going to just stick this down, and then put another strip of packing tape over it, sticky side down, and then I'll have a book with the packing tape as the spine, and I'll monkey with it inside my notebook to make sure that it actually goes around everything and fits correctly. And then this side here, will be sealed up and I should be ready to go. But this is a process that I go through a lot, and people seem like amazed and confused by it, but it's really, once you get the idea in your head that you're making a book, you have a cover and a back, and all you have to do is make a spine to slip behind all those elastics. And for me, spines equal packing tape or duct tape. Duct tape would work fine for this project too. It's just nobody's ever going to see it, so I'll use the super cheap stuff. Anyway, I'm going to put links to all the stuff that I talked about in the bottom under this video. And if you're still with me, oh my gosh, go get some coffee for yourself. I had no idea that this was going to happen. Hope everybody's having a great day.